Good morning, friends. In the professional ethics class, we told you about your duties towards the court, your duties towards the opposite party, towards the client, and towards the opponent advocate, towards all these persons, towards court. Duty towards courts is most important. Of course, you know all these things. Yesterday, while discussing the dispute between APCM and Judiciary, then I told you that I will explain about the JS Varma recommendations, or in other words, we call it as restatement of values in judicial life. That is what I told you as back to the basics. Even though in professional ethics we tell you all these things, but they have been categorized, especially for the judges, in the name of restatement of values in judicial life. Of course, this is a chapter. This was adopted by Justice J.S. Varma when he was the Chief Justice of India on 7/5/1997. Right? It is a code of judicial ethics, to be frank, code of judicial ethics, and it serves as a guide for an independent and fair judiciary, and thus paving the way for the impartial or administration of the justice. Now come to the point. These are 16 points. Of course, all of them are not that important, but anyway, let us have a quick glance one by one. The first is most important. So as we know, justice should not only be done, but it should seem to have been done. That is, any act of a judge, whether High Court, Supreme Court, for that matter even subordinate court, whether in official capacity or in personal capacity, definitely if the act, whichever act, if it erodes the credibility of the perception of the public, then that such act should be avoided. So don't do any act which brings discredit to the department. That is what he wants to say. Right? Number 2. So normally judges should not contest any elections. Normally for these clubs, associations, all these things, they should not endorse and they should not contest in any elections. Of course, they can be the secretary of legal club, no problem. But as far as other associations concerned, they should not contest. Number 3. The judge should not have close association with individual members, particularly those advocates working in his court. So they should be stopped. The close association with the advocates, particularly in the bar, should be stopped. No doubt, at times when you are addressing the bar and bar association, or if they come and give some representation, or if their grievance is there, you can talk to them in a group, but not individually. That too, personally, when the the advocate is working in your court, that's more dangerous, because the people in the court may think that the other person will be close to you and you can get things done. Right. 4. Then judges should not permit their relatives to appear before them in any cases. Of course, we have been seeing them, and this is being followed. For example, for Rohinton Nariman's daughter, for that matter, even the CJ's daughter, they are all working in the Supreme Court, but they do not appear before their parents. And as a judge, you should avoid your persons, and they should not see that they should not appear before you. Right? Then the residence. None of the members of his family, if they are advocates, none should use his office, his residence as their office. They should not operate from his office. Suppose if a judge is there, if his daughter is an advocate, she has to set up her office separately. She should not operate from his house. That is practice. Of course, she can stay in his house. We can't say no, but she can operate. She has to practice. Her office should be located in other place, not in the house of the judge. Then 6. The judge should practice a degree of aloofness, consistent with the dignity of his office. Aloofness. That's why judges often they will say, we are in caged parrots, we are like that. They will be commenting, joke clearly they will be telling. Definitely the sort of aloofness is more important. That's why a judge should not speak outside, should not speak, express his opinion also. 7. Judge shall not have a matter in which his family is concerned. He should not hear such matters because it will it is against the principles of natural justice, because he should not be a judge in his own case even though it relates to his relatives. Then, judge shall not enter with a public debate or express his views on political matters or matters which are sub judice. So he should not disclose, he should not enter into arguments with anybody. So don't go for public debates. That's why caged parrots once again. Second, you should not speak anything on matter which is sub judice, where the judgment is pending. Don't express your views. Next, 9. The judge should let his judgment speak. He need not come out and say that I have done this like that. The judgment itself will speak volumes about the credibility of the judge and the type of what type of judge he is. Yes, the judgments. So he shall not give interviews to the media. This is also more important. Of course, you may be knowing on 12th January 2018, 4 judges of the Supreme Court, they came to the media and expressed the view that the things in the Supreme Court are not in order. That is an extraneous circumstance. Normally, the judges should avoid giving interviews to the media. Of course, they can give interviews regarding the so-called legal matters. Suppose if local adalat is there, definitely the judge can call the media and tell the people that they can utilize the services of local adalat on 7th May, 7th April or some 7th November, like that. They can tell. But personal interviews should not be given to the media. 10. Judges shall not accept gifts or hospitality. So never, ever they should accept the gift except from his family members or of course close relations and also friends. So friends also, please remember here, the friends, who are the friends? They should be maybe his intimate friends, maybe his colleagues, that's all. But they should not be touts or they should not be persons interested in some cases. Previously used here, the judges, of course, I should not say certain government officers, they were thoroughly honest. They are not corrupt. So they cannot influence the common man, cannot influence them. Therefore, they used to choose the forum of clubs. These people were in the habit of playing cards. So the people, under the guise of defeat, they give the money. That is one sort of corruption. Right? So don't resort to that also. Right? Judges shall not decide any case of a company in who is a partner. This is in professional ethics also, we told you. 12. Judges should not engage directly or indirectly in any trade or business or in association with any other person. So you have to concentrate, as judge, he has to concentrate totally on the profession but not on any other things. So he should not start any business. Judges shall not speculate in shares, stocks and the like. This is because share market is a speculation market. That's why even the ads also will be saying. So please, mutual funds are the thing. Please see the brochure correctly. But we don't find time to see the brochure. Anyway, speculation is definitely a game of chance. That's why don't speculate in shares, stocks and things like that. Then 14. You should not ask for contributions or fundraising, whatever be the circumstances, because tomorrow your services may be used for other things. Definitely. So don't go for this thing. Should not ask for contributions or fundraising. Then 15. Judges should not seek any financial benefit in the form of privilege. This is more important. Since you are a judge, so many people will be coming and try to offer the so-called financial benefit, but don't accept. It is a privilege. Of course, you have to take the permission. Suppose if you want to if you want to make a beautiful garden in front of the so-called court, you have to take permission from the High Court Chief Justice. Then only you can use the privilege and ask some company or some bank to beautify the same. So that's then 16. This is more important. The judge should be conscious that he is under the public gaze. So public are looking towards you. And there should be no act or omission by him which is unbecoming on the part of the high office or esteemed office he occupies. Because the people will look at you with so-called, the public gaze will be there and you have to understand as a judge. So don't do anything that brings discredit to the judiciary. This is all what I want to tell. Of course, this is all the restatement of values of judicial life. Of course, when you become judges, please read the same and go in the path shown by the so-called very famous your seniors. Thank you.